their worst. Usually they like those
hello
photos
everyone.
because those
Welcome
pay
to
the most
Lilly
money.
Sky Tarot,
And
Lilly Sky Messages.
you have no problem.
I will be sharing this link on all the different platforms after I upload it
publicizing
here on
somebody's
YouTube.
pain.
So thank
That's
you
how
guys
I'm
for
gonna
being
say
here.
it.
Please click
So
like,
paparazzi,
all that
people
good stuff.
that
Check out the information
have no
in the
problem,
description box.
you know,
Thank
let's
you for being
say
here. Happy
just
full moon in Leo. I love this background image that I'm using.
being
Full
pushy
moon in
and
Leo,
getting that picture, and even though, like, let's say the
27
celebrity's like
degrees,
sitting
59
there and
minutes.
she's like
So
crying,
the
please
high
leave me
peak,
alone and
very
stuff, you have no
strong
problem.
peak
You
of the
had
full
no
moon was at
barriers
8:56
between
6
somebody's
p.m.
pain
today,
and they're
Pacific Standard
uncomfortable,
Time.
and you're like, no, in a sense, that just
All right, got that
publicize
in there.
something
So you'll have
that was
astrology
could be
and
considered as traumatic,
reading,
you know, but
all
in your
right? The full
eyes
moon
it was
in
like
Leo,
money,
the
cha-ching,
astrology
so there was that
message,
separation,
intuitive message
that
reading,
logical
and
approach.
the
Another
12
one could
zodiac,
be
astrology reading as well.
you know, a lot of just
All right,
death,
we've got
destruction.
that. All right,
So
now, the full moon
propaganda,
in
mass
Leo,
propaganda
okay, Leo
that
is a
destroyed
fire
people's
sign.
lives.
Leo
You
is
know,
a
I'm
fixed
thinking
sign,
about
meaning that it's a
you know,
powerhouse,
during Nazi,
and
you know,
it
Nazi Germany,
takes its ideas
the
and
thick
make them
propaganda
complete.
that
It
was
brings
there
them
that
into
was
reality,
showing one
okay?
thing, but actually this is
So,
what was happening.
you know, some people can't
so
handle
that kind of
Leo
idea, you know,
personality,
this
especially
information
when
was
it's double Leo
misused,
energy,
and
right?
that
Meaning
led
that
to a
your
lot
sun
of death
is Leo,
and pain
you have
and all
moon
that
or
stuff. So once again, Gemini in the 8th.
Venus.
What else could be? 8th house is also the house of other people's money.
Sign. Okay, so if you're a sun
so it
and
could
a
be
rising
Ponzi
or
schemes
moon,
again,
those are
you
the
know,
first,
using,
you know,
manipulating
three
information
ones, or
and
two
using people's
second powerful ones
resources
after the
to
sun is
benefit.
the,
You know,
is the,
so
rising
lying
sign and the
about
moon, right?
things, lying
Powerhouse.
about
But
numbers,
you know
lying
what you
about
want
profits,
and you get it
whatever.
done. If you're a Leo
and having
and
no
you're
problem with that,
compassionate
not
Leo
seeing
because you have
anything wrong with
stronger
that, you know. So basically it would be
water,
disseminating
placement in your
information
sign,
that could be
and
hurtful
you
to
feel
others,
like,
but
hey, I
in your
want to
case
have
you
more
didn't see it
strength
like that. You saw it
and
as like,
more,
well,
you know,
it's
power for
benefiting me,
myself.
so
You
I
can
don't
tap
care.
into
But
that
it had to
Leo
do with information, some
energy
kind of,
placement
you know,
in your
maybe
chart. Okay, you can definitely do that if you have Earth and you're more relaxed, but you're like,
things.
hey, I really
Another
want
one
to
that
get
I'm
things
thinking
done.
would be great
But
for
Earth,
this,
you still
like
get
Jerry
things done,
Springer's
very
show, you know,
organized,
where
right?
people
If
come
you're
out
air,
and they talk
then
about
you're gonna
everything
need
on the
some
show,
more
and they talk
fire.
about
You can
trauma
get
and
things
all
done,
that,
but
and
if
maybe
you have
making
more
money off of that,
responsibility
making
on
fun
any
of people
side,
like
if you have
that,
more
making it into a
responsibility, it takes
business, you
more
know, people that
focus
do
to get the things done that
girlsgonewiled.com, you know, the guy that
desire,
was
right? And I'm committed to having
capitalized on the idea that
best
there's plenty of girls
2022
that will
and
flash
best 2023,
for money,
and
and
I want
so
that
in
for
your
everyone
case it
watching
was
this
like,
channel. So
on one hand it's
I
sexuality,
really took the time
it's
to, you know, look in
something
my
that
charts.
is,
I have
you know,
all my charts
sacred.
here, and I
And
went
you made it
online
like, hell
and I
no,
looked
it's a
things
fucking
up
business. Let's go.
and
Who's next
all of
in
that.
front of the camera?
So we have
you're
it right
cute.
here.
Things
And
like that.
I wrote
you
it
know,
down, so I'm going to be reading
awesome,
off some
awesome
of it.
example.
It is
I
what
love
it is, because it's a lot of information.
So you get the
we're going to
idea,
get it.
you know,
Okay?
you
So it's a full moon in Leo, right?
treated
Leo
eighth
is
house
a big
issues
sign, a
with
powerhouse. They
complete
get things done. They take the
logical
ideas and make
approach,
it into
no guilt,
reality,
nothing, no
okay? If you
shame,
are
just
an
like,
air
hey man,
sign,
everything
you know,
goes,
get
let's
along
go. You
so
know,
good with
TMZ,
different
prime
fire
example,
signs,
TMZ
and,
would be
you know,
prime
there's more
example
to it, but I'm
Gemini
just being very
in the
general.
8th, you know, gossipy about
And
drama
you get
and the
inspired,
worst barrier.
and
If we can find a
things
picture
just
of
work. Air
Rihanna
and
all beat
fire,
up
it just works,
by Chris
right?
Brown, that's
Now, for
great,
the
you
earth
know,
and
that
the
will
water,
get us
I'm not
clicks,
leaving you
that
all
will
up.
get us,
Everyone has Leo
you know, you guys are
in
the
their
ones that
chart,
pull
so
out
I'll
your cell
mention
phones
that
when
I'm
somebody's
reading
getting,
off what
you
I've
know,
written up for this,
killed on the
full moon
sidewalk.
in
Instead of
Leo.
calling 911, you're pulling out your cell
so
phone,
you
filming
can
it,
connect to it in
putting it
your
on your
birth
Facebook
chart,
and trying to get
and
some
you can
likes.
connect to
That's
it
the
on
idea.
this day.
So
Okay?
now with
So I will
North Node and
definitely
Sagittarius
be
in the
going over
second,
that
you're here to get away from
in
other
the
people's
chart, okay?
resources. You're here to
All
get
right,
away
so we
from
have the sun, okay, is in
giving
Aquarius.
yourself
So
life
look
by
at all the Aquarius out there.
manipulating
11th house,
other people's
7
drama,
degrees,
you know,
59
and to
minutes,
serve
that's a
yourself, you
long
know,
time
and maybe
for
lying
that
about it
energy
or
in
whatever.
the sun. And
You're
on
here
the
to
full moon,
kind of
if you're in
focus
Aquarius,
on
you can
you,
really
focus
meditate for
on
like
your values
60
and
minutes,
looking
right?
at values that are
We start
authentic.
always
You know,
3
no more
minutes
trying to make
before,
money
so if
through
it's
like
59
shady
minutes, you start
ways.
3
No
minutes
more
before, or whatever ritual
trying
you're doing,
to
but you need to last an hour, even if you are
you know, use
dancing,
others. You're here to kind of get away
whatever
from
you're
others and
doing,
get
you know,
on your
lighting
own 2
candles,
feet, but in a
incense,
Sagittarius
chanting,
manner. You know,
whatever you're
so
doing, you want it to
you're
at
here
least
to
last
be
a little bit over
authentic.
an hour,
Once
right?
again,
It
get
takes
away
3
from
minutes to
lies, get
build up
away
the
from
body's energy
these schemes, get away
before
from
you
all
do
this lying,
your spiritual
manipulating,
work.
all
Even
this,
if you're an athlete or
you know,
you're going to perform on stage or whatever you're
fake
doing, you're gonna
news,
teach,
all
you're
this
gonna
stuff
talk
that
in front
like
of a group of people.
fucks with people's
You have
heads.
to give
Get away from
yourself,
that. You know,
like,
second house
3 minutes
Sagittarius is
or 5
about
minutes of getting
earning
yourself
money
pumped and getting
through,
your mind ready, or
you know,
getting yourself
liberating
pumped,
things through
whatever, to get
even
into
luck.
the
You know,
mood of doing
Sagittarius
what
in
you're
the
doing,
second
right?
can be
The
very
moon is in
lucky. You know,
Leo,
you're here to
27
be generous with
minutes
your
or 27
abundance. You know,
degrees,
because you could
59
have a lot of
minutes,
money.
right?
And by making it
Mercury
through like
is
authentic
in
ways
Aquarius,
of
and that's great for
expressing
Aquarius
yourself.
too,
You know,
and
maybe
Saturn in Aquarius as well.
if you want to
That is
like
really
write
good for
something, because you are
Aquarius,
great
okay?
writers, write like an
All right,
adventure
so you can
story.
always look
you
at
know,
a
write
chart
like a
and see
book,
all
and
of
then
that.
that will get you people.
Right
You know,
there.
try to get
Okay.
people.
So
if you are
let's
communicating
get
something, if you are writing
into
something, make sure it's authentic.
the
Make sure
reading
it's the
for
truth. Make sure
everyone,
it's not
okay?
based on somebody's
So
pain. Make sure it's like really,
let's see.
if your
Did I
idea,
cover
something
everything?
that you
Right. So you now
came out
now
of
you can
nowhere, and
see
you're
on
like,
the
yeah, I'm
image
gonna
here. You
freaking
can
write
connect
about
to
this. And
Leo,
it can
like
be
I said,
anything.
in your
It can be a
birth
book, or
chart,
it can be.
and where Leo
Just make sure that
is
whatever
placed,
information you're disseminating,
okay, in the fifth
it is
house.
truthful. It is
That's
honest.
very
It's
important.
not fake. It's lucky ways.
All right, so
it
you
doesn't
can
have to involve
connect
trauma or
to
drama. It
your
can just
energy
be
of fun,
just something beautiful that you
enjoying
saw,
your
or
life,
something that just
right?
got you fired up.
Living
You gotta
it up,
get in
loving
touch with that
yourself.
fire inside
This
of you,
is
you know, and let
definitely
it come
Leo's
out. And
energy.
you
They
know
love
which
to
ways
enjoy
to do
themselves.
that. You know, you can
They want to
like a
enjoy
travel
themselves. Sure,
person.
they
You
could
can
be
travel
down,
the
they could be
world
sad,
and
but
take
they don't
pictures
want
of
to
that
be
and
there,
put that on your
right? Because
Facebook or Instagram, and people will love
the
you for
color
that.
that
You know,
vibrates
don't look
with
for
Leo is orange. It
you know,
represents
traumatic
the sun,
stuff
even yellow
to,
too,
for
right?
people
So
to
it's like that
notice. But
sun energy, it's that
look for
warm
stuff
energy
that's
to be
fun, that's
bright. So they
liberating, that's
wanna be
exciting,
happy.
that's
So,
authentic,
you know,
that's
do
crazy,
you know your
that's
natural
like
nature? What
nobody
is your
else,
natural nature?
and
Are you
truthful,
usually
and
calm,
yours,
reserved?
not
Whatever it
anybody
is, fine,
else's,
but we're
but
in
yours.
this Leo
And put that out
vibrant
there,
energy.
and
Sometimes
then get
we
people
want to
inspired
laugh
like
and
that.
we want to get picked
Because
up,
you're
even
here
if
to
it's
kind
not your
of share all
natural
of that with
nature,
others,
you
because
still
you took
want to
so
connect
much.
to
You know,
that
you
feeling.
once again,
It's funny, I'm
Sagittarius
noticing
North Node, get
the
in touch
words
with
that
that fire inside of you, let it
correcting
out,
it
and
as
it
I
will show
go.
you the ways
But that's
in which
just
you can
my
make
Virgo
money.
placement,
And
right? It's very
gonna
strong.
have nothing
It's
to
like,
do with
no,
what you're
I
used
missed
to.
that. Okay.
Okay?
All right.
So,
So you want to connect
all right,
to
guys.
that fun energy. You want
Talk
to
to you
enjoy
soon.
your life.
Bye.
You want to have fun. You want to be yourself. You want to be your authentic self. Leo, you know when you need to rest, and you know when you need to get to it and get things done. And we are all feeling that energy. Even like 6 days ago, I like felt a big shift, okay? And it was just like, it was this moon coming up, but also the special days. Every day is special, but each day leading up, there's a sign in the moon. And then we are also changing. We're also, you know, shedding ourselves and growing, and things are changing for all of us, right? So everyone has their time of when things will shift for them, right? Now Leo is, they love being with those that love them, okay? And that you love these people, they just want to be around that. They want to be around that energy. They're very creative, and they want to entertain, and they want to be in the spotlight. Perfect. So let's get into the chart. I'm going to be talking about the different aspects that's happening, and just different energies. And I'll try to post this up. I'll definitely post this in the YouTube community page. I always forget the name of the page, but I'm going to say community page, okay? So again, happy full moon in Leo. Today is Wednesday, February 16th, 2022. I hope everyone had a good Valentine's Day. I made it a good Valentine's Day, so I was around people that love me, so that was awesome. And I talked to people that love me, so that made it even more like better, okay? So all right, so the high peak for this full moon, like I said, for Pacific Standard Time is 8:56 a.m. And again, Leo, if you're doing Reiki or any kind of other spiritual work, because if you're watching astrology, then you'll probably end up dabbling into other things. But Leo rules the heart. They rule the blood flow. They rule the heartbeat, the aorta, the blood pressure, the blood circulation. So you can see why Leo wants to be happy, and they're seeking that happiness, right? So they can be happy by themselves, but really they thrive when they're with others, right? Like there's other signs that, even signs that are ruled by Venus, they cannot be alone. They have to always be in a relationship. Even if they're terrible at it, they'll have to be in a relationship, right? So don't believe what they say, just see their actions, but they will learn one day. But Leo is all about love, okay? And they want to be loved. Leo is definitely all about love. Now, this is a great full moon to fill yourself with love, heal your heart, and empower yourself, all right? Very, very powerful. You want to empower yourself to go after your dreams and what makes you happy in life, all right? And you can apply the different placements that we're experiencing right now. And really, you don't have to tap in at the highest peak, like I've always said on my channel. You can just tap into that energy whenever, because you're feeling it, the energy of this full moon coming up days before, the day off, and 2 days after, okay? So also look where Leo is in your birth chart, like I said, to strengthen that placement where Leo is. And where Leo is in your birth chart may also correspond with another house in your birth chart, and you want to strengthen that area as well. And if there's planets there, you want to strengthen that as well. All right, you want to connect to your life purpose, all right, and rise to that occasion. That's what Leo is about. They're about, what's my purpose in life? Like, you think of the star card in the tarot, and I forgot to grab my tarot. These are like my favorite go-to ones, like the regular traditional one. What's at the bottom? The Hierophant. Okay, so you want to definitely do that. And the Strength card is the Leo card too. So if you like to do work with the tarots, then you can definitely find the Leo card. Okay, so I'm just playing around and looking at the cards, and I wish I thought of it earlier. I'd been like, let me grab the Leo card, right? Pretty sure that is the Leo card. It's like, I should know this. Like, I know this, right? Right? So definitely. Okay, there we go. Boom, 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 boom. Right? So it's the Strength card. It is the Lion. Okay. You ever like doubt yourself and you're like, why am I doing that? Like, I know. Right? So that Leo energy is so strong, and we have to connect to it in our chart because that's our power. Now, in this full moon, Leo is in its home. Okay. Leo is definitely, like we were talking about the star card, right? We're talking about how we have to tap into our life purpose. So if you're going to lay down 3 cards, this would be one of them. Another one depends on what you want. If you want friendship, you would get the 3 of Cups. I got to do a separate video on this because I can get carried away with it totally. But you definitely want the Leo card to be in that whole layout as well. You have the Empress here that has that Venus energy, right? So if you want to tap into planets, you can find out what card is associated with that. And then there's the Leo for strength. Okay, we got that. Boom, boom, and boom. All right, so Leo's in the 5th house, and Leo is home. So this is a very powerful placement, and you want to think of it as your home, and you're comfortable. The 5th house is about preparing yourself and preparing for your creativity to flow. You are excited for yourself and what you can do. Leo is definitely excited. Like, even if they're working for someone and they have a goal, they're looking forward to what's best for them, and you can't hate on them for that because we are all here to live our life, you know? And people might not like how you're comfortable with whatever you're comfortable with yourself, your body, expressing yourself, speaking your mind. That's okay. Still do you, you know? It's just enjoy it. I love Leo energy, okay? So air signs and Leos get on just fine, right? And that doesn't go for everyone, but I'm just saying generally, okay? So connect to this Leo happiness of what you desire. The Leo energy is full of joy to experience life and do what they love. So do what you love and experience your life. If you're feeling that, try not to lose that energy. The 5th house is about being in love and believing in like a continual love. Leo believes in continual love, new love, and renewal of love. Okay, your mind is never lacking. So if your mind is never lacking anything, so if you're feeling down, you quickly will heal yourself and move forward. And that's hard for some people to understand because we take longer. So even if you're still healing and working through it, you're still moving forward. And I know I've said that in other videos, but Leo is about growth. They're about growing, and they will do that, right? Now, the 5th house is also about romance. And when I saw children, I couldn't really understand it. And I kept searching, and I was like, okay, so Leo is about romance. You'll know that. If you know any Leo, they love being in love. They love romance. They love being in their relationship, right? They have a childlike fun energy, and children are attracted to that positive energy. So even if a Leo doesn't have kids, they can play, have fun, and you know, kids like that, and people like that. They're like, it's a fun energy. They have a real childlike happiness. They want to have fun, and they just have that entertaining and fun energy. And they're very creative. They're very entertaining, and they like to be a center stage in the spotlight, right? And even if they know they're in the spotlight, you feel like you're in the spotlight and you're having fun too. So it all works out, right? So it's a strong focus on your life purpose also, and what brings you joy. So they're fully in that. They could, whatever could be happening, they still want to go and create that joy. So I believe I have about 4 strong aspects, right? So it was not many main aspects, but the strong ones I want to talk about is a square. Now, usually squares are tensions, right? So it's not good. It's like arguments and so on, right? So with the squares, you have these 2 powerful planets. Saturn squares Uranus, 6 degrees, 10 minutes separating. Okay, so the energy, if this is in your birth chart or on this special day, you might feel like mouthing off more, that energy, like, you know, stop doing that, right? So this has, but this can be really kind of negative from what I read about it, but then you can also flip that negative and use it and channel it in a positive way. Even though it's a square, you can still feel that anger, that frustration, or that feeling annoyed, but you can still channel it. So Saturn squares Uranus has no sense of principle. Yikes. Okay, meaning they do whatever they want that feels right for them without care for anyone, right? And that's just very broad. But if they do care about themselves or a group of people or whatever, they're going to go after what they want and focus on that. Their energy can be a chaotic energy behavior, right? A very high, always when I'm doing something, right? So hold on a second. I'm going to be like, I'm filming a video. I can't talk right now, but I'll call you back. Okay, so a very high, very high developed sense of order. Okay, your sense of order does not sit well with others, so it could be very strict, very stubborn. You know what you want, you're not here to listen to anyone. That can also not be good. But if you want to go for a goal or you're really focused on something, then that's great. Your personality and behavior can be very like too strict or too stiff. That's not good in relationships, but it makes good for a leader somewhat, right? So you always got to manage these 2 combinations. Their way of thinking and their logic is mostly too rigid. Okay, their personality tends to look down on others. Not good. Okay, Saturn and Uranus are 2 powerful planets, so they have the energy of being masters of their own domain. And now you think of them as being together with these both 2 planets together. They're powerful and they can be hard for others to handle. So you have to learn how to manage these 2 energies if they're in your chart. And then on today, you want to manage how you feel, right? So a square is a dynamic aspect, and that is all about challenges, tension, action, and reaction. The action that you put out, the reaction that you're going to get. So always be careful with, especially with Uranus energy. It's great, but you have to know how to use it correctly. Saturn is the master teacher, so it will usually know how to react. Like Saturn and Jupiter, they're both very powerful. Saturn takes his time slowly to make sure things is done, but it gets done correctly. Jupiter, they'll get it done and they're just lucky, move forward. You know, things happen fast. Okay, so this aspect commands action and results. These 2 planets together, Saturn and Uranus. Use this aspect wisely, and if it's in your birth chart, know how to manage it, like I say, because it's very intense character. And just try to avoid arguments today if you feel, you know, especially if things are chaotic for you or you feel upset about past experience or other people's behavior. Just avoid arguments. Okay, now like I said, you can use this aspect in a positive way. You can use this alignment in a positive way to strengthen your confidence, counteract any actions of others that's blocking you. Okay, all right, and you can, I just realized I did that wrong. You can have like a continuous daily energetic fight for what is best for you, and this is you protecting your energy from negative people. You can use this planetary power for protection, longevity of that protection for yourself, right, and for success. All right, and it's like you really have to use the Uranus energy to make any kind of positive changes. It has to be continuous, and it has to be like the entire world or just a large group, or can just continuously pushing forward, kind of like water, you know, keep applying the pressure over time for any changes, right? So on this full moon, Saturn is in the 11th house with Aquarius and Uranus. And let me say that again. On this full moon, Saturn is in the 11th house with Uranus, with Aquarius, and Uranus is in the first house for 11 minutes with Taurus squaring each other. So with this energy happening, you want to spend time thinking, writing down, planning out your dreams, and moving them to a new level. You can use this energy of this full moon to focus and commit to what is best for you regarding your life purpose, your dream life, and the life that will make you happy. Okay, so start doing what is needed to keep building upon your reality. Uranus can help you move your 11th house dreams into the real world. Okay, today is a great day to start something. Get energized from that moon energy, right? Get energized mentally, physically, and feel that your desires and goals are possible. It's like you're moving from the dream state of that 11th house, everything that the 11th house represents, right? The 11th house is what you aspire, and your group cooperation, right? Or contribution. So it's your friends, your groups, your goal, your aspiration. So even days leading up, it's like what you dream to happen, and if you have the backing, then it can get you there, right? So you want to start doing the work with Saturn. Okay, that's what Saturn is saying. Start doing the work is what Saturn is saying. Then all great things come to you at the right time when you are ready for it. All right, beautiful. Another strong aspect for this full moon in Leo are 2 trines. Okay, so the trines are like you're tuning things up, right? And you're developing things, and it's an energy that will flow, and we'll get to that. Okay, so you think of Mars as fire, it fights for itself, and Uranus wants to rebel against things and will stand up for things. And what I found out, sidebar about Uranus, is that you have to really be careful how you use Uranus energy. And I've looked at my birth chart, and it's great to use it in different ways, like kind of like tapping into a Gemini energy and any other signs that love fashion, but express it through your clothes and how you dress and so on, more than you can use it in an artsy way too, not just as, say, like a freedom fighter or something like that, right? You know, so you use it based on your life path. So you really have to trust yourself and then see how you use your Uranus energy. So Mars trines Uranus, 5 degrees 46 minutes separating. This is a good aspect. This is a harmonious aspect. You can use it as a tool to strengthen your ability to stand up for yourself, speak up for yourself, speak your mind, but make sure that you're doing it the right way, as these 2 planets are very powerful. So look in your chart, in your birth chart, to see, is your Uranus in retrograde? So you want to slowly think about what you're doing before you speak. Okay, just remember that these 2 planets, Mars and Uranus, are very powerful. It gives people the individuality, right? It gives people the individuality and the feeling to explore unusual interests. So if you're interested in things that maybe everyone around you is not that much interested in, you'll feel confident under this full moon in Leo to say, you know what, I'm tired of living a shadow. Let me just do what I really feel connected to. Okay, so you can make powerful life changes in your life to move yourself forward to a more comfortable living experience. So you take your time and you do your daily things that you need to do, and then you're moving yourself forward into a life that you feel is better for you. So this alignment is really good for that. You can use this energy to do the steps. Okay, let me see that, if I have that there. Okay, all right, so you can use the energy to do the steps you need to become more successful, and the energy will flow. Like I said, this trine, it's going to have an energy flow, okay, and it will be a slow and consistent energy. Okay, so it's a trine energy, so it will give you a slow and consistent action, and you apply your earthly physical ability and actions, and things will work out in its right time. So you really have to do the work. It's not just, oh, astrology said this, so I'm just going to sit back and relax. No, you just got to use it and really keep it going. Okay. All right. So make sure that you're consistent with your actions and your goals. Said that, right? So if this is in your birth chart, or also you're influenced by it today, it can influence you to be a part of a group that makes big changes in your community, or be a part of an extreme idea and movements, right? Very strong Uranus energy, because Uranus governs technology, media, and social media. A person can use it to research anything to do with computers, engineering, construction, and other related fields. So in those fields, you might find today that, hey, boom, something is working out for me, you know, and it's connected to technology or engineering or construction or any of those fields related to it. And you should find that you can tap into your creative ideas today if you work in those fields, right, on this day. And with this planetary alignment, you just feel like really connected. All right. And especially also you can feel that when the moon is in your sign, in your sun sign or your rising sign, or any of the signs that happen to be powerful, and there's a special alignment, whether you are aware of it or not. So every day is a special day. You just don't know what the alignment is for something good, right? So if your career is in any kind of athletic profession, you can use this day for positive affirmations, along with whatever that athletic practice is. Now, if you have some kind of athletic competition today, then, you know, all the hard work that you put in already, but you recognize that, hey, there's this alignment, and you really focus on it, and it's like a mind programming, and you can really have fast performance results today, okay? Because you are conscious of it, and it's like that extra oomph that you have with the astrology and your meditation. So another trine is Venus trines Uranus 5 degrees 45 minutes. This aspect is another harmonious aspect that influence constant changes. So some people aren't good with constant changes because Uranus, you know, can change it up, right? And Taurus has that too, ruled by Uranus, right? So you can have constant changes with this alignment. You don't always want changes all the time, and it doesn't have to be big ones, but if it is, it does have a lot of changes, right? And with this alignment, this aspect, they're not really worried about long-term relationships, as they're comfortable with things changing, and, you know, or they can get over the change and look forward to something new. So they have that very optimistic mindset of like, okay, you know, this change, even if they're sad, you know, they just start over again. So you can start a new relationship with ease, or easier with this aspect, but also bear in mind that the relationship might not be long lasting. They like to be around people who are starters, right? That's definitely the party energy of Venus, but also Uranus like to be a part of the action, right? There's always constantly going. You think of zeros and ones in computers, right? They're always, that energy is always constantly going. So they like to be around people who are starters, people who like to plan parties, events, and any kind of social gathering, or doing something that is communicating, right? All right. I just thought of something, and I don't know if I wrote it down, but I'll try and mention it. I'll mention it now so that I'm thinking about it. So you can think of Uranus with technology, and how would that relate to the past? Because now we have computers, but in the past, say if you were a traveling salesman, or you're traveling to faraway lands selling stuff, you would make good relationship in another like territory or country. And when you travel back again, you know, another year, you travel back, you have a place to stay, you have friends, you just have that kind of energy, and people will know of you from word of mouth. But now with the internet, it's even stronger. So that's why I'm like, you know, be careful how you use your Uranus energy. You can use it in your art and in your fashion to make statements, but it can make powerful changes, and hopefully it's used for positive, powerful changes. Okay. All right, so a very independent aspect. Both of these planets are powerful houses and are powerful on their own to get things done and put themselves first. So important with the Venus energy, and it's not selfish, it's really taking care of yourself, right? So together you can use this planet as a tool to bring about positive changes in your life for love, beauty, self-esteem, and that's the Venus energy. Communication, public speaking, and getting your point heard is the Uranus energy. And I put getting your point across, but with Uranus, if you don't do it with tact, you're not going to get your point across, but you'll be heard. So you want to make sure you check out where Mercury is today and in your birth chart. And, you know, you always use your intuition. And once you really study astrology and you learn each day, I'm always learning something new, you can apply it and see it in your daily life. And you're like, oh, okay. You know, so the astrology has its own psychology to it, right? So this aspect for women can be very sexy, very attractive, and very appealing, right? So it can be very sexually appealing. All right, so another aspect, and I do believe this is the last one. Woohoo! This is the last one. Is Mercury conjuncts Pluto, 4 degrees, 60 minutes separating, okay? This aspect can bring about chaotic thinking, but also a balance of awareness between your conscious and your unconscious mind. So you are aware, even if something's chaotic, that Mercury is communicating that Pluto is like, okay, I'm transforming, I'm powerful, but I do notice that, hey, you know, something is off here. You can definitely notice that. All right. Okay. All right. So you can get things done, but be very inconsistent. So you want to be very consistent with what you are doing if you have this aspect in your chart or today. Don't lose the energy. That's what that's saying to me, is like, you know, not losing that energy. And if it's 60 minutes, this square is that long, then really tap into it. Okay, sit for an hour and really, you know, do affirmations or do some kind of kriya that is like about power and consistency, right? About focus too, you know, and overcoming whatever it is that you feel you need to overcome. Okay. This aspect can bring about great power through wealth and the ability to influence people. This is very powerful, very much a Mercury, very much a talker, okay? And also the Pluto is about changing. So you could apply it with Pluto and Mercury's changing the mind. Mercury's the mind, Pluto is about transformation, changing the mind. So you can be very influential to people. And if you have information, people love information and want to receive the information, right? So, and this being again a conjunction, it is neutral. It's a neutral aspect, right? But I have too many things in my okay, but it wants to unite, it wants to fuse, it wants to bind things and bring things together. Okay, so this conjunction is a union. Okay, think of it as being home and comfortable. All right, and you're bringing together energy, your fusion, it's a fusion, and you're binding it together. So you can think, okay, I want to hold on to this energy of communicating well, influencing people, working towards my greatness or my wealth and whatever, you know, you want to tap into. So think of Pluto's energy, like I said, as transformational. It's like a rebirth of yourself. You're powerful and you're evolving. You should always want to be growing and learning and understanding more. Okay, so you're going to ask yourself, how can I change for the best, and how can I grow and communicate this into my goal? And it's a lot of writing down. Okay, like this morning early I was writing. Okay, so that's just the air sign in me. I was like writing stuff down. Okay, so we have, now check this out, we have Capricorn in the 10th house, the MC, along with Mars, Venus, and Pluto. You can use this planetary placement to give positive energy towards your career. You also have powerful Mars and Venus, which have the energy of fighting for what it wants and having that winning energy and actually winning. So you'll see even in your own life or in, say, the public eye, you'll see that someone tapped into, you know, Capricorn in the 10th house is, and it's in the public eye, okay? And Capricorn's about organization, is about a long-lasting system. Capricorn's about systems that's been in place for generations, right? And Mars and Venus, they're definitely going to be fighting for what they want, okay? And Pluto is all about rebirth, and over time you can rebrand anything, okay, good or bad. Okay, so the placement of Mars and Venus in Capricorn can help you move towards positive changes in your career, and also activate the 4th house for family, home, and the psychological foundation of your inner world. That's your private world in your home, right? In the 4th house, okay? So yes. Okay, so that's bringing about that 4th house energy. I believe that's Cancer, okay? Okay, so even if you're still, even if there's still tension in the home, right? So nothing is perfect just because this alignment in the 10th house of Capricorn with Venus, with Mars, Venus, and Pluto, it can overcome and win and fight back, right? Even if there's some kind of loss, they're still fighting back, right? So even if there's still tension in the home, you can still come to an agreement and make things move forward for the betterment of everyone, okay? Or for the Capricorn kind of corporation or business or whatever Capricorn is representing, right? Capricorn could be representing the family, you know? So yeah, so this is beneficial towards nurturing energy towards everything that you care about regarding your home. So you're really focusing on that principle, what you care about. Now, Pluto in Capricorn can give you inspiration to change up or revamp your style, okay? And this could be buying a property, or making a great choice in your retirement, healthcare, or even increasing your wages, which is good, right? So if you're thinking about working, retirement, your healthcare, maybe you have a health appointment today to better help yourself, but revamping your style. Now, a person can tap into this Pluto of rebirth on this full moon, but you won't see the results until like the next new moon in Capricorn, or I'm trying to think of what's Capricorn's opposite sign. You might see the results for that, like Cancer. You might see the results for that in the next full moon or new moon in Cancer. You know, even in next year, you might see like a slow change. Maybe someone had a bad experience, but they're revamping themselves, and you won't see it until, you know, that time frame. Okay, so I'm going to do the I'm going to do the astrology reading right now. All right, so let's get to that. Okay, so let me start reading for each sign. So this is just my intuitive reading for each sign, and we're going to start with the birthday people. Okay, so this should just take a little while because I didn't type it in. Okay, so let me start with birthday people. Am I going backwards? I feel like I'm going backwards, but I'm not. Yeah, I think we'll go this way because it's Pisces next and then Aries. Okay, so Aquarius. Okay, so Aquarius, like I said, happy birthday. You have the sun in Aquarius, you have Mercury in your sign, you have Saturn in your sign as well. Okay, you're in the 11th house, so it's all about the 11th house experience. Okay, and you want to make sure that you're handling issues with friends, friendships, any groups that you're in, and think about what you aspire to do, what is best for you. You want to really live in that. And if you're an Aquarius, your birthday passed, whatever, you're in your season, so really empower yourself. And Cancerians can tap into your opposite signs birth season and tap into that energy to strengthen yourself, okay? Where Cancer can benefit from Capricorn's work and success and so on, okay? Pisces, you have Jupiter and you have Neptune. Okay, so you'll have some 12th house issues. Some of you might have 11th house as well. Remember, the charts are moving, so you know it all depends. You could be experiencing that house or someone that you know. Okay, so it's like your spiritual life, maybe even experiencing someone trying to ruin your reputation, or you know, arguments, dealing with wanting time alone, or some kind of alone issue, or dealing with a bigger company or corporation. So, you know, even a legal battle, if you will, or just a spiritual battle, or just thinking about your dreams, right? So anything to do with the 12th house you'll be dealing with. Now, Aries is dealing with healing, maybe caring for others, but maybe recognizing that you need to care for yourself, Aries, okay? Aries, you're in the 12th house, and the 12th house is in the ascending, so really you're feeling also 12th house, and really be mindful of, I feel for you guys, you know, the changes that you're making, or the changes that you need to make. Maybe time to meditate. If you focus on healing yourself, if you're being helpful to others, that's great too, but make sure you're making time for yourself. Taurus, you have your Uranus here in the first house of Aries, so you know, tapping into first house, thinking about yourself and what's best for you, and really using that Uranus energy in a positive way. Uranus is not in retrograde anymore, so just really tapping into the powerful energy of Uranus. All right, and I'm always not so great at this. I'm always forgetting what is what, and I don't even have my notebook. Of course I'm dropping everything, and I meant to remember this too because I was writing it down. Okay, so Taurus, you have the north node. Okay, you have the north node. Scorpio has the south node. So you having the north node, you need to focus on where you want to go, connect and work a lot with the Jupiter energy while you are in this and I should make a separate video on this, but Taurus, tap into the Jupiter energy. Let me find my chart here. No shame in that. Let me find my chart so I can tell you more. But you want to tap into where you want to be in this life, because you know your north node is about your present life and where you want to be and what you want to do, and how you're going to get there and how you're going to do it, right? So you want to tap into that. You want to increase your work or your stability, anything like that. You want to do what benefits you. It's so important because last year Gemini and Sagittarius was in that, and I could see how it shifted and changed up a lot of things. So it's really important. And you want to think about, how can I grow and what's my mission in life? And it's not overwhelming yourself, but it's just like, you know, where do you want to go? Where you want to head? What's your future like? Especially if you're a young Taurus, you really have to think about that. You can still have fun in your life, but you really have to be practical too. What's your destination? Where are you going, right? What challenges do you have now? How can you solve that? You know, what do you not know? And not knowing is not cute. So, you know, and someone was saying that, you know, it's like, it's okay not to know something, but really focusing on, hey, what do I need to learn? What do I need to do, right? My desk is kind of messy right now because I've been like journaling, but it's all good. It's for a good cause. I'll clean this baby up. But you want to really focus in on that, okay? Even look into Rahu, which is the north node in Vedic astrology, and that goes on with the lunar path. So you really want to work with all the moons, okay, Taurus, and that goes for your opposite sign. Well, they will want to work with a lot with the sun energy because they're in Ketu, okay, with the south node. They want to work with the solar path, right, for this year. So there's a lot of stuff I found out, and I'm like, what? I was like, why couldn't I know this earlier? Why did I miss? Like, you know, you could look, and you'll never find it. It's kind of like you're in the store, and you're like, where is XYZ? And then you ask the employee for help, and then all of a sudden you see it. It's like, right? So it's like that. But if I know the information, I'm going to want to help and say it, right? So Taurus, you're in that first house. Use that Uranus energy in a positive way, and research it. Research the planet. Keep looking up stuff and journal and write it down. That's like your little book, and journal it down, right? We're in the tiger year, so we can all tap into that, you know, on some level. So, you know, for Chinese astrology, we're in the year of the water tiger. So it's all powerful. So really working on ourselves. Gemini, second house, okay? You have that Lilith energy. So, and I'll speak more on Lilith. I want to really do a video on Lilith because everyone has their own ideas and stuff, but I like it as a strategic point to really think about what's the best way to get things done. It's like, applying, the science of math, it's like, what is the best way for you to get things done? Gemini, you're in the second house, okay? So you're thinking about, your money, what you possess, what you value, your skills. It's that I have energy, your personal resources. So just making things better for you. And some Geminis will be experiencing your own third house of your mind and how you think, and thinking about, the basic knowledge, the beginner knowledge, where Sagittarius is the higher learning. Gemini is the fundamentals, which is so important. So some of you Geminis are experiencing the second house, which you used to be Taurus in the older astrology. So, you and Taurus, you can really benefit from the grounding of the Taurus energy, being a next door neighbor, right? And you can benefit from third house experience on this full moon for learning and communication, and maybe even siblings. What are you thinking? Why are you thinking that? And what's in your immediate environment, and how can you better that? So Gemini, this full moon is all of these mental kind of activities for you, but also everyone is connecting to that Leo energy of what's best for me. I have to put myself in the spotlight. It's like that first house Aries energy. You have to think, Leo, love, joy, happiness, what's best for me, in a positive, good way, right? Now, Cancer, you're in the IC, very private. You are experiencing some third house, but some fourth house as well, which is your home. Maybe thinking of your parents, maybe thinking of your roots. Maybe you want to go to vacation somewhere that's appealing to you. Maybe it's warm, maybe it's whatever it is, but you want to feel even like secure. You're maybe planning ahead for yourself and what would be great for your future. You want to really fix or nurture your private life, okay? So you're really honing in on that. Okay, Leo, you have the moon, you're at home in the fifth house. Some of you will experience fourth house issues. Others will experience fifth house issues, which is wanting to have fun, being creative, thinking about planning. This is a great moon to plan ahead for things that are coming up that could be great for you. Okay, and of course you're opposite the sun in Aquarius, so that I could see that red line on the chart, and I forgot to put the chart up in this video. But it's there. Okay, so let me see. I want to add that for you guys. All right, got it up there. Okay, so you can see the chart now. Woohoo! Okay, power of technology and time. Okay, so where was I? All right, so we were talking about Leo and being opposite Aquarius and the moon. Okay, so you can see it at the very bottom, a little bit to the right. You can see the moon symbol and Leo. Okay, so we have that there, and let me get back to my chart right here. I can see it a little bit more. So you have just the moon in the fifth house, so you're really connected to the moon and the power of the full moon, Leo. It's your moon, you're at home in the fifth house, so you can really utilize everything that the fifth house is creative. You can really tap into being creative in your own right. So let it apply to your life. That's what it's all about. It's like, what is your life? What is your goal? What are you working towards? And then you apply it. And even if you're not a Leo, you can still tap into Leo because you got Leo somewhere in your chart. So you can empower that placement where it is in your chart, and especially taking advantage of the fifth house placement in Leo, Leo's energy, Leo's meaning, and the moon's meaning, right? All right. And we can also look at the fact that we have Saturn over there in Aquarius, right? So, utilize it for the best quality that it has to offer, okay? And the sun as well. So we know where we want to go. So even with Saturn in Aquarius, Aquarius wants to get things done, future mind thinking, but Saturn is very slow to give results. So we in some cases we'll see that there's not a win, there's kind of a win, and there's a good enough win in our own lives or in others, right? Or in the big stage of life, right? So in policies and laws and so on. Okay, now for Virgo, you can have some fifth house and some sixth house issues. There's no planets there. Okay, so you're just solely focusing on fifth house and sixth house issues. Your sixth house issues, Virgo's home is the service that you give to others, how you can improve yourself and improve your space, your work, your health, and your daily routine. That the sixth house is so powerful to your daily routines and your work, and especially your health. Okay. Now Libra has the fortuna, the luck, and they're in the descending. Okay, they're in the descending area of the chart. Okay, and being that you guys are experiencing a little sixth house and some seventh house of marriage and other people's partners. Okay, so could be very spicy as far as relationship or dealing with other people's partners, so whatever that means, and just feeling lucky. So Libra, you have luck there. So you have a lot of relationship ideas. Maybe you're starting a new relationship. Maybe you're in a relationship that hasn't ended and that person hasn't ended that relationship yet. So you're dealing with that. You're dealing with marriage, maybe the good parts of marriage and also possibly the bad part of marriage. So it's really your very personal life that you don't share with anyone, that no one knows. So you can put up a front and no one really knows because it's very private, but it has to do with partnership and your awareness of others, maybe your awareness of how others are really thinking about you and perceiving you, so you're aware of how they feel towards you. Okay, regardless if you like it or not, right? But you're also lucky, so it could be good relationship experience or not so good, right? It could be repeating bad habits. It could be trying to fix habits, a happy space, being aware of your partner's need or not being aware of your partner's need, right? Or starting into a bad relationship that doesn't have a good start. Maybe they have a partner, but you feel very lucky. So if you're making bad choices, you're feeling very lucky. And if you're making good choices, then you're like winning. You're like win, win, win. Okay, Scorpio, seventh house, almost close to your home, eighth house, but seventh house, you're dealing with other people's partnership. Again, it could be all positive for love and growth. And this full moon is having fun. Both you and Libra could be having just great fun. And also working that out as well. Scorpio, you have the, you have the south node, okay? Yes, you have the south node. So being that you have the south node energy going on for you and it's in retrograde, you want to think about serious Saturn energy here, okay? Because and if you're a Gemini and you have a strong Scorpio placement, then you really have both in back-to-back years, right? If you are a sun sign for Gemini and you are a rising sign for Scorpio, then you have 2 years of strong work, and you have been feeling the work since the end of 2019, but at the beginning summer, maybe June of 2020, you've been feeling, so you have like a 4-year span of big shift and big changes, especially if you have a strong Saturn placement. Okay, so Scorpio, you're in the seventh house of marriage and relationships, okay, and other people's partners, that whole issue. You have the south node going, so you want to think about your past life experiences. You can tap into your old skills that you've been mastered and really good at in your past life. So if you want to make money or live comfortably, really use the talents that it comes natural to you, and let go of anger or feeling like, oh, I don't want to do this, I don't like this. Maybe you do it a little bit and you find the joy and the fun in it and you do it. Saturn is about contracts, so be careful of what you sign up for. Be careful of what you sign up for. You're going to have to stay committed to it, else you're going to lose a lot of money, or you're just going to have a lot of issues, right? Really trust your instincts when you have this this south node placement, right? All right, you're probably thinking about where I lived before, how it wasn't good for me, or where I came from, or you know, what didn't work in the past, and you're working in your present moment and for a better future. So that's great. What we also want Scorpio to know is that what we already know, right? So what you already know, like your past talents from your past life, or earlier in your life, you want to use that. Okay, it's what you're familiar with, it's what is comfortable, and it's not putting too much pressure on yourself, especially when your sign is either in the south or north node, but yours is in the south node, and it's in retrograde. Okay, so you really want to, whenever anything is in retrograde, you want to think twice. You want to move slowly before you get into anything. All right, Sagittarius is experiencing the 8th house, so you're experiencing a lot of Scorpio's home. You're experiencing other people's money, receiving money, luckily. Maybe looking around where you are and saying, hey, I can make money from this, I can benefit from this. So you're really tapping into that experience. Some of you could be experiencing a great relationship, compatibility. Scorpio represents sex. It also represents letting go, so let go of things that don't work. What can you share that will benefit you, right? It also represents transformation and death. So you're experiencing some of these 8th house experiences, but what you want to take from this is really how can you have a flow of things that benefit you. Work on this full moon of resources when you're in the 8th house. How can my resources be positive instead of, oh, it's great, and then now I'm struggling again, or I'm not so great. So you want to have a consistent flow. Okay, you're thinking of like the King of Pentacles in tarot. You're thinking about the 9 of Pentacles. You're thinking about is it that the 6th or the 7th? So it's like that give and take. Okay, so you want to really think about these energies that will benefit you. Okay, you want to think about the Pentacles in tarot, and all the positive Pentacles that represent positivity and receiving money, even the 10 of Pentacles too. Okay, all right, Capricorn. Whoa, Capricorn, you have so much going on. You have the MC, like I was saying in the reading before. Capricorn has Venus, Mars. Capricorn has Pluto. Okay, all up in the 10th house in the MC. So Capricorn, you have the attention. Boom, the attention is on you. Everyone is in your business. So whenever you're in the 10th house as a Capricorn, you want to make sure that you are choosing your words carefully, and that whatever those two planets, Venus is feminine, we say, right? Mars is masculine. So it's all powerhouses of getting what is right for them, protecting their energy, making sure that they're safe so that they can enjoy the power that they have and live the life that they want. They're in the perfect spot of Capricorn. Okay, and that Pluto is transforming and changing. So like I said, for Capricorn, this is great for you. This is like, you're amazing. Like, you can tap into this for your work if you're switching jobs, or if you want to change things up better for work, or just your own personal happiness, like a beauty. Tap into that Venus energy, tap into the Mars energy for the masculine, right? But also, if you're looking at it as an entity, then you're going to see that days leading up, an organization or an entity, like say the government or whatever, they win a battle of something, right? So you can see that will be the result, right? And then the Leo is not all good, because the Leo will shine a light on things that is not just. It's not fun, it's not funny, it's not cute. Okay, so Leo will definitely focus in on that, because Leo is definitely, if you know any Leos, that they will stand up for people's rights even when it's not a popular idea, or they'll stand up for what they believe in even though it's not a popular idea, because again, they're about, think of Romeo and Juliet romance, right? It's about whatever is meant to be is going to connect, even if the two houses doesn't agree, right? Leo is definitely about that, and they're about putting a spotlight, a center stage on what isn't right. So even if something not so great happened, there's a spotlight on it, and that will have like kind of like an echoing sound for years, you know. Not like you hold people to their mistake. It's not like that. But when someone shows you who they are, you believe them, right? So you'll see that in your own life, and even in the public eye, right? And the 10th house is definitely about the public eye. All right. Okay, so let me pull a card for each sign. Sometimes I do this in the video. Sometimes I forget to do this. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, so let me start with Aquarius. Aquarius, I'm going to pull a card for you for this full moon. Definitely, if you're setting up 3-card layout for the full moon, you want the cards to represent what you're manifesting. So you can always set that on your altar, your side table. It's like a vision board, but with tarot cards, and you're setting that intention. So, all right. So Aquarius, what is a card that Aquarius can use for this full moon in Leo? Setting the attention, divine message, positive energy, all that good stuff, right? So we're setting it for Aquarius. What card is good for Aquarius for this full moon in Leo? Okay, for your highest good, your life purpose. We're setting it for, because Leo represents your life purpose, your highest good, what is good for you, right? Leo is that 5th house, what is fun for you, what is creative, how can you shine your life purpose, right? Your personal energy, that you're serving yourself, right? Your personal creativity. So Aquarius, what card is for Aquarius? I keep thinking of the 70s song Aquarius. The Chariot, look at that, tapping into that traveling energy, that Aquarius energy. Okay, so that Chariot card. Okay, so this is for you out there, Aquarius. Okay, so wherever I'm interpreting this as wherever you need to go, you're going to get yourself there. Okay, with whatever your planetary placements are right now, especially if Saturn is telling you to take your time, you'll get there at the right time when it's right for you. Okay, things will work out for you, and you just have to keep that a steady pace, excuse me, until you get there. Okay, but you'll get there at the right time. It will all work out. Okay, all right, let's keep it going. All right, all right, Pisces, same intention, right? Under this Leo full moon, a full moon is things coming to completion. So hopefully something came to completion for everybody. Okay, so if you guys like this, definitely click like, let me know. Pisces, Leo full moon, message for them. All right, let's get it. All right, oh my goodness. All right, we have the Wheel of Fortune. I really love that. Okay, so this Wheel of Fortune energy is definitely letting you know that you will get to where you want. I feel like, you know, all the knowledge and all the wisdom that you need, it's there for you, and you'll have people to support you. You'll have the support that you need, and realize that there's a natural flow to things. Okay, and really tap into esoteric studies and your own power. You know, really get really spiritual into your practice, and make sure your practice has a purpose to work and benefit you to your goal. That's what I feel for you. Okay, Aries, same thing for Aries. Aries, this is your sister, brother, fire sign, Leo. So Aries, what card is for you? You have 3 of Cups, friendship. So definitely surround yourself with good friends, making sure that you are around people who are supportive and that they can help you, because you have Chiron and you need that healing, right? And you are in the ascendant, so definitely reach out. I got to call Aries actually when I'm done, because they had called me in this video, so I got to call them back. All right, So definitely reach out to your friends. They're probably reaching out to me. Okay. All right. So Taurus. Okay, Taurus. You have Chiron. Okay, and you have the North Node. Okay, Taurus. North Node in retrograde. What's the message for Taurus on this Leo, powerful Leo full moon? Okay. Even though you might not match with Leo, you have Leo in your chart, so you actually might not match with a person, but you match with the energy, okay? That fighter energy. You have that Uranus, you have that fighter energy. Leo has the sun, it's all good. Okay. All right. All right. And when I think of the sun, I think of Aries too, but it's Mars. So Leo's the only one that's a planet and not like a, you know, like it was the star. It's a star, the sun. Okay. All right. So, all right, Taurus. What's a message for Taurus? Okay. What's the message for Taurus? Rest. Okay, definitely rest. I feel like some of you have been resting as you should, but definitely get your rest, because after this rest, you're going to go back into battle or go back into that that life path that you want to do and definitely win. So definitely use this time to think and plan and to go after, then get up and go after what it is that you want. Okay, Gemini, card for Gemini on this full moon in Leo, full moon in Leo, full moon in Leo, Gemini, full moon in Leo. Okay, full moon in Leo. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Definitely stay focused on what is best for you. Get that feng shui in there. Make sure that you are focusing on things that are prosperous and things that comes to you from your own hard work and your focus and your dedication. Definitely stay focused, right? This queen is not looking at anyone, just staying focused on their money bag or just being focused on what makes them happy, their, you know, their goal, prosperity, what is joy to you, what can you create, you know, it's the earthly element, is all the elements in one. Okay, so with this Lilith energy, you're really thinking about it, you know, it's kind of like that, what's the best pathway, you know, to go about your Queen of Pentacles. Okay, Cancer zodiac. Okay, oh, this one flipped out, it's not even waiting. It is the Seven of Pentacles. So this is so true and good. This is like you doing all the work you need to do and things moving forward, and that really goes well with your astrology as well. That card is about you doing the work, and then things, the prosperity will come in. Okay, so it is coming to you, Cancer. Okay, all right, the full moon, people. Leo, you're up next. Leo, what is a card for Leo? Ooh, my left hand is scratching. It's like, yeah. Okay, Five of Swords. I like that. Definitely stand up for yourself. Don't be too cocky about it. It's kind of hard for Leo, and this is the perfect card for Leo, because it's like, yeah, I win, right in your face. But it's like that Five of Swords is like you win the battle, and you might rub it in, and that's okay to rub it in, because sometimes people, especially if they're wrong and they're rude and they're insensitive and they're childish, you have to like let them know, like, hey, that wasn't cool. And sometimes when you win a battle, you kind of have to be like, you know, haha, I told you so. But and you know, sometimes you don't have to, but you use it the right way. But you know, you'll overcome a battle, even if it's petty or childish. You will you know, overcome that and move through that, right? All right, Virgo. Ooh, mussy. Okay, Virgo, what do we have for Virgo? Virgo, we have the Four of Wands. Why am I forgetting? Four of Wands. So you could be celebrating, feeling relieved that something is over, feeling that something good is coming, or you're working towards something good and prosperous. It could be a wedding, a new relationship, the hope of a new relationship. It could be just feeling comfortable where you are and your surrounding areas. Maybe even spring is coming, so you're feeling a little bit better, so you can, you know, be closer to that harvest energy, right? So it's like you just being hopeful and happy for good things coming as well. Okay, Libra. Okay, Libra, what's up for Libra? All right, positive card for Libra for this Leo full moon, positive vibe, and a card, same thing. Okay, positive message for this full moon in Leo, okay? In Leo. And you have the Temperance card. So realize that some goals that you're setting for yourself could take a longer time. Others could be shorter. Find consistency and balance. And just keep in your mind what is best for yourself and also what is of good balance in your life. Okay, too much of one thing is not good. So definitely check into that. Okay, Scorpio, Scorpio, Scorpio. A card for Scorpio on this full moon in Leo. Full moon in Leo. Full moon in Leo. Full moon in Leo. Scorpio, Scorpio, Scorpio. Scorpio, Scorpio. Scorpio, Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio, you have the moon, and I love this, the moon. Okay, so the moon is, of course, our emotions and all of that. So really work them out, making sure that you're seeing things for what they are and not what you think they are, even though you're very psychic. And even if something is negative that you perceive, send it a lot of positive energy and let it go. Breathe it out, let it go. Okay, very, very powerful. And realize that you're on your path, and whatever things are right now, if it's great, if it feels emotionally good, if it doesn't feel emotionally good, just know that you're walking on your path and things will get better. And that's the best that we all can do, you know. But the moon is so powerful because things change, and what we think is one thing might not be, and that's great. And then it could be something better. I love that. Okay, Sagittarius. I can't do it like that. I always like on the radio, when I was a child, I was so drawn to Scorpio, and I realized that the placement in my chart was very powerful. So it was like Scorpio. I don't know how, I can't do it like how the lady did it, but it was just like with a really beautiful accent. Scorpio, Scorpio. I don't know. I can't do it. Anyway, all right, Sagittarius. Sagittarius. What is a positive card for Sagittarius for this full moon in Leo, expressing their highest Leo abilities for their life purpose, their happiness, their love, their joy. Okay, everything that Leo stands for: romance, having fun, childlike spirit, their creativity. What is best for them? To shine like the star, the sun. Okay, message for Sagittarius. Sagittarius. Okay. Message for the sun. Oh my gosh, the sun. So something new is coming into your life. Definitely you are a fire sign, your sister, brother, fire sign, Leo. You're definitely tapping into that sun energy. Whatever new is coming into your life is something that you want, and it's something that's going to bring a lot of joy and love and happiness into your life. All right, well done for Sagittarius. I love it. Okay, Capricorn, you guys have the most planets in your sign for this full moon. Okay, you have 3. Everyone else, I think, just have like 2. Well, Aquarius in my location has 3. Yeah, so you and Aquarius. Okay. All right, here we go. Message for Capricorn. 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 Message for Capricorn for this full moon in Leo. Full moon in Leo. Message for Capricorn. Oh, 2 fell. I wonder what that means. You have the 7 of Pentacles, meaning that you've done the work and you're waiting for things to come in, and you have the Queen of Swords. So that is like really using your voice and really knowing the power of your words, knowing that you can manifest things very quickly. So whatever it is that you're waiting for to happen, Capricorn, know that your word holds power. Okay, your word holds power. It even holds power over your money too. Okay, the 4 of Pentacles, and being selfish with money, even if you have to put out the money, but you are putting out the amount that, you know, will benefit you for the long run. Okay, so I hope everyone enjoyed their reading. I really enjoyed this video, and happy full moon in Leo. Know that you all can tap into that Leo energy in your chart. We all have that energy of Leo, of making things possible, of going for what we want. So the message I'd like to leave you with is really have your mind fixed on your idea, what is best for you, okay? And you can take yourself to where you want to be, okay? You are your own light, you're in your own spotlight, and that's respect to everybody else. Everyone has their thing to do, so really focus on what is best for you. Man, I don't have enough light here. It's overcast today. But anyway, thank you guys for watching, and for my other channel, I'll do the meditation video tomorrow. I gotta go do some stuff, so it's pretty much close to dinner time for my location. So happy full moon. I'm going to upload this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoy this. I love this. The video looks beautiful, so I'm going to just big up myself on that. But anyway, I love you guys, and thank you so much for watching. Click like, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.